This is the first time I'm using stereo to record my videos, so let me know how the audio is. But this is the day in the life of the S24 Ultra at 100% at 7:54 a.m. Also, let me know if you guys like these post-commentary day in the life videos. Always read comments first thing in the morning, and the latest one is, wow, hopefully it's a lesson learned. Next time, read the instructions. A lot of wasted time. Yeah, Sonos, just make the connection easy for people who have emojis in their Wi-Fi. But it is Saturday morning, it is a weekend, so it's not like I'm going to be doing a lot today. But I always want to see when is the best time to post my video, but here is a surprise thing that happened on my MacBook Air. And my MacBook Air just decides to freeze randomly. Like, here's the mission button. Nothing. Moving my mouse, literally nothing is working. All these commands, nothing. I really don't know what goes on. Like, I can lock it, and then I can unlock it. Still frozen. MacBook Air, it's been a treat. I think you're starting to show your age, you know what I mean? So we're going back to old reliable, the S24 Ultra. So I'm using it to see my analytics. As you guys can see, there's a lot of growth happening on the channel. Appreciate that. But in this analytic view, you can see that it tells you when most of my viewers are on YouTube, and it's from 7 a.m. to 6, and right now it's 8 a.m. So I need to get my unboxing video posted as soon as possible when most of you guys are on YouTube at Saturday, or on Saturday, I think is the better grammar there. I'm also turning off Wi-Fi because this was a recommendation from my last S24 day in the life video. And I really do think that cellular connection or 5G is more representative of what people might be using for their phone. They also recommend turning off the always on display and reducing the resolution, but I can't do it. I love those features too much, especially the always on display. Open bedroom curtains. Just some cool smart home stuff that I have, but it's time for me to edit. I was listening to music before I got started, and yeah, I put a timer on and just burn right through this entire editing session. Like I said, I'm trying to get it out while most people are on YouTube, so it took about 4 hours for the editing, upload, and thumbnail. So it's 12:39, 78%. My friend's on Tekken, but can't play right now. I need to get out the house. I've been in for way too long. I need to take a breather. My running shoes are dusted at this point, so I need to pick up a new pair of running shoes. So that's what I might do. So let's go ahead and get some new shoes. Got to make a quick pit stop to charge my car, but at the corner of my eye, I saw an Apple store. Now, focus right now, this is the iPhone 13 Pro camera. I'm about to switch to the S24 Ultra. Look at the zoom quality and the clarity when I zoom in. You can actually tell when the lens changed. I'm still zooming in. Look how good this looks. I will say though, when I am zoomed out, it does seem to over highlight a bit, but zoomed in, you can't beat that. Seriously, it's oof. But yeah, ended up demoing the Apple Vision Pro. This is also captured on the S24 Ultra. I have my thoughts. I will be canceling my order. I'll have it in a completely separate video. I think it's an impressive device, but that's not what we're here for. So yeah, the charge is done for the car. So we ended up taking another detour before getting my new shoes. The battery's at 69%. It's 1:48 p.m. and I'm at the gym. Realized I forgot my headphones. The music playing is just driving me nuts, but still ended up going to the gym for a little bit. Battery sitting at 67%. And I want to talk about the anti-reflective display. It is impressive, but do keep in mind, you know, the sun is a very bright star. So if you're trying to reflect the sun, it's not going to work. But in terms of the overall casting from the sun, works pretty well. Everything you're about to see now is recorded on the S24 Ultra. I want to test out the camera a bit more. So Dick's Sporting Goods had a table full of clearance. Let's see what my jackpot is. No thank you, I'm good. So these are the new glycerins that came out. These are the ones that I wanted to pick up. 159, bit steep. But at the top, I saw the ones that I originally had in a better colorway, the one that came out 2 years ago. And I was like, not bad, not bad. 119, okay, this might be a cop. Let's go ahead, put this on. Checking out the zoom quality again on the S24 Ultra. Look at that clarity. Honestly, might be my everyday shoe just looking at it. So this is now the front-facing camera on the S24 Ultra. I'm by no means a shoe channel, so I can't really do the whole, rocking the foot properly, but as a running shoe, this is nice. These are the new ones, as you can tell by comparison, bit too bulky, not really my taste, not really trying to have a brick while I'm walking or running. But yeah, probably gonna pick up the last year's edition. So now we're at one of my favorite Peruvian restaurants, El Fuego. And I was like, you know what? I went to the gym. I need to reward myself. But you know what I hate about being near the city? You gotta pay for parking. What? Why do we have to pay for parking? Just testing out the Zoom capabilities. But walked inside, some movies playing on Telemundo. Not really sure what's happening, but not sure why my brother got smacked like that. Anyway, back at home, it's almost 3 o'clock. Getting messages on WhatsApp, of course, better messaging system. Anyway, 60% battery. And I got my food, and I'm like, you know what? Let me watch something on my TV. But this is a day in the life on the S24 Ultra, so let me just watch it on the phone instead. So that's what I ended up doing. So this is Lovecraft Country. I always have trouble saying that. And this is, I'm also a person, I hate subtitles. If you have subtitles on, we're not going to be friends. But got my food ready. Let's just enjoy a bit of the quality of the S24 Ultra.
A few before selling all this.
And they all fit.
Like a glove.
I shot the sheriff.
Shot the sheriff? I had to shoot the sheriff. Yeah, he got bit by one of those things. They're like vampires.
Uncle George, remember you quoted Dracula. You remember that?
We've been watching.
I'm actually glad I did this test because it just shows how much battery drain happens over 5G whenever you stream movies or TV shows. So looking at the battery percentage, it's 44% at 334. That was only 30 minutes of watching content. So highly recommend to download your content before watching it because it is going to drain like crazy. It also did get a little bit warm. So ended up being on the phone for an hour and I think it drained only 6%. So the battery's at 38% and it's come on man, zoom out, 433. Thank you very much. Ended up taking a nap. I know the nap is a little long. It's 6:47 p.m. Battery's at 33%. If you are new to the channel, I am a gamer. I'm trying to 100% Ghost of Tsushima. I know I'm late to the crowd or late to the party. You see what I mean? I can't even speak properly. Anyway, hour goes by, again on the phone. I'm at 29% battery. And then I believe I spent another hour on a Discord call, video chatting. Don't mind the music that's playing. So video chatting definitely drains the battery, 14%. All right, now it's time for dinner part 2. Ended up making some Jello fries. Got to make some home cooked meals occasionally. So if you guys are interested in the recipe, it's just 2 cups of rice, curry powder, thyme, chicken or vegetable bouillon base, Creole seasoning, tomato paste, dried red pepper, sliced onion, and then a couple bay leaves. Now, I know it might be a cardinal sin to do this in a rice cooker, but you know, it works for me. Yeah, playing music, like I said before, from my Galaxy Buds Pro 2. And then after that, I just go for a quick night drive. It's one of my favorite activities to do. Just put on some tunes and just drive at night. It's very therapeutic. I also like to make this a habit on my late night drives, but I try to find a parking lot. Doesn't matter if it's populated or not. And I just turn everything off in my car and I do a quick check on my battery because, you know, this is a day in the life. It's 10:36. Battery is at 11%. And what I end up doing is doing a quick meditation setting. So I just set a timer for, 10, 15 minutes. Samsung does have preset timers at the bottom there. I am well aware of that for the people that are typing that in the comments down below. So I start the timer for 10 minutes for my meditation session and it goes by really quick because I edited it all out. But yeah, timer ends up going off. And one nice thing that I love about the Galaxy ecosystem is that if you have a paired Galaxy Watch, you can actually shut off the alarm on your phone from your watch. So that's what I end up doing. I just swipe the red circle and then it goes back to the home screen on the watch and on the phone as well. So doing a quick battery check, I'm at 10%. I think during that entire timer, nothing went down, but now it's time to go back home, enjoy the late night drive. But there's one thing I want to show you. So there's this guy crossing the street without looking, and then he gets startled by the car and then looks upset at the driver. Now, am I crazy to think that this guy is actually in the wrong here? I don't think this is the driver's fault at all, because how are you going to get angry at the driver without looking across the street and then looking tough? Anyway, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my late night drive. As you can see, the paparazzi is flashing their lights at me. Thank you guys for being there for me. Anyway, so we are opening up the rice cooker, and listen, I know for my Nigerian fans, it doesn't look appetizing at first, but once you mix it up, you got yourself some Jello fries. So dinner part 2 has served. I got some chicken on the side. Play Tekken for a bit. But now the day is over. It's 11:58. The battery is at 5% solely on 5G and occasionally LTE as well. My phone automatically goes on sleep mode, so I'm just turning that off real quick. So let's go ahead and check out the battery information just so we can get a highlight of what happened. And I can give you guys a detailed overview as well. So it's still learning my usage patterns because it is the first week. Stopped charging 16 hours ago. Battery usage is over 108%, but as you can see, always on display does take up a lot of battery, and the calls as well. So my screen on time is about 5 hours, but here's what I want to show you. So that 30 minutes of Tubi took up 1 hour of CPU system resources. 32 minutes. But if I were to go to YouTube, notice how it's 5 hours of total usage, but 22 CPU resource usage. So if your apps are very resource intensive, like CPU intensive, your battery is going to drain a lot. So look again, 6 hours with 1 hour of CPU time, 30 minutes, but 1 hour CPU time. So if you are watching content, like streaming content from this popular streaming apps, oh, once again, 1 hour, 43 minutes. This is when I was doing the video chatting on Discord. So video calls also take a lot of CPU power. But if you end up watching content from popular streaming services, just make sure to download the content or be on Wi-Fi because it really will drain your battery. But yeah, also recommend turning on some power saving features as well. So it turns off the always on display, limits the CPU speed, and decrease the brightness. Those are probably the top 3 things that drain your battery. There's also some battery protection measures as well. So if you're trying to maximize your battery life, you can set it to charge only at 80%, or sort of like Apple, where it kind of detects when you need that last 20% to 100. It'll do it at a later time. But that pretty much wraps up the S24 Ultra day in the life. Hopefully you guys found this video informative. I know it wasn't like my typical ones. It is the weekend, so it's a little bit different from usual days. But anyway, back to teching.